What is going on, guys? We're back with another video today, and we're doing another rebuild. This is a realistic rebuild of the Chargers, and before we get into the Chargers don't need a rebuild. Maybe. However, I'm going to ask you one question. Did they win the Super Bowl? Did they beat the Did they win the Super Bowl? Oh, okay. So we're doing a rebuild. You guys may be right, but we rebuild every team, every Madden. So maybe we can just make this team a Super Bowl team. I mean, look at this offensive line. Holy crap, we've got issues. But, since I showed you guys wrong, obviously, I just need you to like and subscribe as the payment. Otherwise, we may have legal troubles. I'm just saying, watch out. I'm really questioning some of the decisions here by EA. How is Casey Hayward not superstar? How is Melvin Ingram not superstar? And Desmond King should probably be superstar. I'm not really sure where. I get star is very broad this year, but if Trevor's a 78 star, how come Casey Hayward is an 89 star or Desmond King's an 87? So I'm so confused what's going on here. I don't get it. Hunter Henry I can see because there's some injury. It's the consistency's a little off. Keenan Allen, how is he not a superstar X Factor? To be fair, I don't think Devontae is either. I don't know, man. It's questionable things. Obviously, the biggest need here is O-line. And then close behind is actually quarterback because, as a 37-year-old quarterback, he could drop 10 overalls right out the gate. Now, to combat this, if he plays really well, we're going to, decrease the regression. And I know there's going to be people saying, do you do that for every single player? No, I don't. And you want to know why? I don't have all damn day, okay? I'm sorry. I would love to. If I could set that up, I would totally do it. Now, the big thing for me is I'm going to take a look at who's injured and who's not because I would love to start Jatavis Brown, but the fact that he's not starting tells me he may be injured. I don't know. All right, so it just seems like an injury that's kind of lingering from the previous year, late, season injury. So Jatavis is perfectly fine. He's going to move back to middle linebacker. Maybe he moves back to outside once Thomas is gone, but for now, he isn't a need at outside linebacker. He plays the middle linebacker spot. In Wosu, I'm not really sure how he fits as a left out. He's basically a pass rusher. I don't know. We're just going to let it roll. What do we have? Adrian Phillips here. Why is he a star? I don't, where are we getting these developments, EA? Why is Tillery not a star? I don't, you know what? We're just not even going to talk about it. We're just not going to talk about it. All right, so we have some negotiations. Phillip Rivers will wait on as I have no idea. Melvin Gordon, I think they're looking to trade him. Hunter Henry, we're going to give the contract to right out the gates. I'm not really sure why they're trying to trade him. Why didn't they just sign him? It's a pretty big deal, I feel. Trevor Williams, what else do we have? So Trevor Williams, I like him as a corner. He's not really asking for a whole lot. Austin Eckler, Jatavis Brown, will give him a 5-year deal. He can always just play backup if he has to, even though we're paying him. Yeah, I guess we're paying him pretty okay money, both sides, for him and us. I think it's because they're not willing to pay him. Obviously, he's going for the money. We're going to give him the money. We realize his value. Hopefully, the Chargers in real life realize his themselves. And then Phillip, we're going to have to wait on because we don't know if he's going to retire. What's the story? So we will give him a chance later on. All right, heads to the playoffs. The thing about this rebuild, okay, we'll be honest. It's probably not going to be that hard. 11-5, the Chiefs take the division at 12-4. Phillip Rivers with a pretty good season, Madden terms. It would be, a top 5 season IRL, I think. So I think those are grounds for, assuming he doesn't retire on us, for a regression limit. Let's see, picks. Thomas Davis with several. Michael Badgley. Interesting. So 7th in offensive. Where is Rivers? Phillip Rivers was the 7th best offensive player of the year, ranked as the 5th best QB, which isn't terrible. Let's take a look at the numbers. I'm trying to, assuming he doesn't retire on us, I'm trying to figure out where he ranks and see, is he allowed to, that's a pretty good season. 112 passer rating. A lot of guys actually had insane numbers. So Mahomes is the best. Then comes Luck, which I keep forgetting to change, make my own roster for this. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 QBs better than him in passer rating. Yardage-wise, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ahead of him. Touchdowns-wise, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 7 ahead of him for touchdowns-wise. The least amount of picks. Is that the most? So the most amount of picks is 14. Jesus, Sim is so bad this year. There was only 7 quarters. So he's like basically the 7th best QB in the league. I think we're going to not let him regress too hard. I think we'll let him go down 2 overalls. So we'll let him go down to a 92 out of 94, I think. Or 95, whatever the hell his damn overall is. But obviously we did pretty well. And, we're an 83 overall going against the Patriots. They didn't have a great season, but all that matters is they made it. With any team, that's all that matters. But with the Patriots specifically, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But these are updated rosters, so I'm not sure why Luck is still in the league. I'm not sure why. Maybe Antonio Brown makes sense because they haven't updated that part. But I'm pretty sure, like last rebuild, Andrew Luck was in free agency and he just ended up playing somewhere else. But obviously, we're going to have to make our own roster for this. Not like it's going to take a long time or anything, but we're going to try to fix that if we can. And, future rebuilds will be perfectly realistic. Other than like some 7th round guy that was cut or traded or something that I really don't care about, and hopefully you guys don't either. Otherwise, you're just being petty, and I'm talking really fast because I'm trying to distract you guys from the fact that we're about to choke it against an 8-7-1 team, and we lost. There you go. And for you guys, some of you guys are like, that's really fast. I guess for a potato head like you, it makes sense. 4 touchdowns. Nice. Tom Brady did Tom Brady things. Not like Phillip was bad. He just wasn't as good. Melvin Gordon was okay. Receiving, Edelman went off. Defensively, sack totals, 3 for Joey. That's like just about half of we had on the entire season. That's the one thing EA can never freaking get right, man. It's the freaking sack totals on the regular season are so bad. It's like 5 names that even have 15 plus, and then the rest are terrible. Like the top end guys in the league usually have 10 plus, right? And then touchdowns, let's say the average now is probably about 32 touchdowns passed, thrown by the starting QB. Pick totals, there's going to be a couple of guys that throw in the 20s, that's just the way it is. But of course we did lose, and for some reason I thought in my mind we didn't. So I was really wondering, I was like, wait, who do we play next? It's no one, Colts versus the Bears, and the Bears win. So Phillip Rivers is here. He is dropped to an 88. That's not actually terrible, but we'll make him better. He's still going to ask for a hell of a lot of money, so I'm going to worry about upgrading him again after this. So Phillip returns, please. Oh, come on. What's the tag? Oh, thanks. That worked out a lot better than I thought it was going to. I forgot about some of the guys. Eckler, we're really running out of money here, folks. Okay, we're running out of money at an alarming rate. Oh, you got to be kidding me. So we actually lost a lot more players than I thought we were going to lose here. But that's just the the price of being a franchise owner. $76 million in debt, huh? That's not even true. Two outside guys, the right guard and the right tackle, need to be replaced. Offense, other than that, looks pretty good, though. Backup running back, we'll worry about that later. Thomas Davis is still on this team. He went up in development, and he's not a bad. He's actually a little bit bad. We're going to say that he didn't regress hard either, so we're going to keep him up a little bit. Who didn't go up in dev? So Keenan went up. Mike obviously took the next step, and he definitely deserves superstar. No doubt about it. So we're going to give him superstar. He had 1,000 yards as the number 2 guy, so he totally deserves it. Hunter Henry, I don't think he was okay, but he wasn't like worth that starting role. Casey Hayward wasn't great. That's pretty much it from that aspect. So we're going to fix Thomas Davis by a couple overalls. We'll get him to like a 77, 78 because he clearly, honestly, we should really force him to be even better, but that's just the way it is. We're not gonna make people better. We're just gonna make them less worse than they are. That's pretty much that. We made Phillip Rivers a 91, and he will have an upgrade soon. So I think that's fair. We have a little bit of money to work a right guard and right tackle into the lineup, and I'm not really sure what else we can do there. Defensive tackle is a huge need, cornerback in the future. So we're probably just gonna look for best available, honestly, and hopefully it's one of the positions. But like we said, we do have 13.5 mil. And looking around, the biggest thing, Kyle Fuller or Kendall Fuller would be nice, but I don't think this team can really afford those types of players. Ronald Darby. I feel like he would join a team like this too. Bulaga, is he worth it? Do you think he's very expensive? Because you're basically guaranteeing him $10 million to play 2 years. But I would like 2 years out of you, Bulaga. So, you know, promise? Question mark? Like, we could really use you. So we get Bulaga, we get Zach Brown, Adama Sue, and Jalen Richard. I expected Bulaga and Sue. Zach Brown, we offered like $4 million a year. So I'm a little shocked by that one. Might be able to replace Nwosu for the moment, you know, and just have a pure coverage guy who just absolutely kills it in Sim somehow. I would like these things, so Zach Brown, a left outside linebacker, looks good to me. So we have pick 24, and I think we have a couple of tackles that we can take. We will want to take a second lineman, though, in the second round, high second round as well. So we will probably end up trading up, which will cost us quite a bit. Once again, there's a lot of linemen. So I think there's 3 tackles, and we need one of them, because I do not want to pay, what's his name, Okung. I'd rather not. And there's one of them, Highsmith, unfortunately. I think there's 3, right? Let me take a look. I wrote them down. Yeah, there's 3. There's 2 tackles left. They're both left tackles. So, in theory, one of them should... I don't know what that even means. I was about to say should be there, but obviously that's kind of how that works. Is he actually going to be there? I'm just going to let it go, please. That sucks. The Ravens took him. A 78 overall left tackle who I desperately wanted is now no longer available. Where's my left tackle? Oh, please don't tell me. Please don't tell me he's not there. Wait, did I miss him? He's literally right here. Abraham Hernandez is... actually, let's take a look. Damn it, man. I really... I'm not happy now. I want Arrington. And I want... tackle that went earlier, but I can't. It's too late. We're going to go Hernandez, I guess. Mid-second, we'll take him now. Normal development, great. 76 overall, though. He's a great lineman. It's just normal development really sucks. So pick 1 in the second round. Is McGill still there? He is not. So Crisp is the man. Session is a very good-looking pass rusher, but is it that big of a deal? I don't know. So third-round pick, early third-round, Josh Arrington. Hopefully he's there because I think that's who we'll take. You know, we don't really need a safety, but I don't know, man. It's just like best available, and he looks decent. So, like, what do you want from me? He's gone anyway, so that's cool. Can't lose this quarterback. I know he doesn't look insanely good, but he's kind of fast, good throw power. He could be decent, you know. Supposed to go early, third. What was it? Early second, and he's still here. So, Dion Irvin. Could be a decent D team in the future, actually. Was it late third? Whatever. Dion Irvin it is. Hidden. Thank you, Jesus. What's his dev? Never know. Put him at DT number 2, I think. Maybe 3, actually. I don't know. We want the QB, and we'll definitely get him even if we're down here at 24. So, no worries about trading up. Not a great draft at all. Not a great... I mean, we got a high overall tackle. It's one of the biggest needs on this team, but... the development was terrible. Early 5th, mid 5th, and then a late 5th. Can we wait till 24? I would love to trade down, try to get something for next year. Traded this pick for the Saints, 3rd and 6th next year. I don't know what they're going to get here. They're all gone. Every single player is gone. How? Late 5th is apparently an early 5th these days. Oldham, I guess we'll take. 69 overall normal. It could be worse, you know, probably starting caliber on this team. It looks like Okung's got a roster spot. Congrats, overpaid guy. You get a 21 4th round from the Falcons, and we may just take best available here. This is a very bad class, and we obviously had a pretty damn bad pick, so it's kind of a bit of a yikes, but at the same time, there's not really much we could have done. I mean, you can see all the guys we scouted. They don't look good at all. Man-to-man corner looks, I mean, short, obviously, but he's really slow. We really got screwed over. I'll take Nick Haynes, I guess. Well, okay. 58 overall with hidden. That's... I did not know was possible. That's really cool. That's actually really awesome. 58 overall. Okay. Okay. Hopefully it's not because they expect you to put him at tight end. I hope it's literally just because he's a late round with, potential. That's really what I hope it is. Insane, though. I mean, I will definitely take that. Maybe I didn't scout everyone. Maybe there's a lineman that I can find that's late. We got a 5.6 at right tackle and a 5.6 at right guard. Go with this random guy, Jay Rogers. No hit in here. Yikers. We'll take a look at the wide receiver. Let's be honest, though. It's obviously, what is it called? Star Dev. I almost call it quick. Let's take a look at the guys we have, though. DT, he's going to be a DT for us. He'll probably play whenever we lose Sue. It's going to be Star, obviously. Star development, I mean, better than I was expecting, I guess, but we did kind of take him high. And then I believe the only other guy with any development was this Nick Haynes guy. Interesting stuff. I mean, I'll take it. Star Dev, I mean, okay. Interesting. Very interesting. We'll have to take a look at the guy, the offensive lineman we missed. I mean, he doesn't look great. I'm really not sure what we could do with him. Let's actually take one more look at that run block. No, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Just a guy you can develop, I guess. He's young and tall, so interesting. So Highsmith was actually kind of shockingly high, ironically. Let's see what the development was for him. Star development, okay. Seems pretty high. Good pick, though. And then that left tackle, I know we're going to regret. Not that really much we could have done, a couple picks before us to a team that doesn't technically need a left tackle, so that's why I didn't really expect it, but you can put him at right, obviously. And, superstar development, we go from 2 lower overalls and 2 worse developments. That sucks. Unfortunately, that's just the way the game goes. So we give a first-round and third-round pick to the Buccaneers for Ali Marpet. They kind of pull a bit of a Dolphins deal here. We're not going to get Kenny Stills off of him, but we're going to get a top-tier guard who's, pretty similar in, trade, I suppose, value. I think it's totally worth it. We're losing a bit of the future here. However, this is really the main thing this team is missing is an offensive line. A piece like him, I know he's a guard, but he's insanely good. He fits this scheme. He's 27, so he's still in his prime. And I think it's totally worth it. One of the best guards in the league. I think it's a fair trade. If anything, we could say that we maybe even paid too much. Just a little bit too much. But that's one of the biggest needs we have. We're going to try to trade Russell Okung off and let the center situation fill with Oldham. Okung is on a 1-year deal and very expensive, like a $15, $16 million deal. And right now we have just about 0 cap space. So we can maybe win a Super Bowl with that move of Ali Marpet, in my opinion. We trade Russell Okung and a 6th-round pick for the Giants' 4th-round pick. And that's pretty much that. Nothing else we can do. Maybe release some players to save some space. But yeah, I mean, this is our best-looking roster so far. And I would assume after this season, things are going to get very bad at Caillou's house. I'll tell you what. Fearless, you'd be fearing your contract coming up. I don't know, retirement, whatever. But yeah, I like the team. I think we did a good job in the offseason doing as much as we could to keep the dream alive, but also kind of settle some contracts and work on the future a little bit. So a little worried about the DT position and the money, but other than that, I'm all right with what's going on here. So Keenan Allen wants a 4-year, $72 million deal. You can see we have a lot of cap room, but that will soon, maybe dissipate. Joey Bosa, 5-year deal. What else do we have? Desmond King, another 5-year deal. A lot of 5-year deals handing out here, locking the team up for a long time. Wonder what they're going to do in real life. That's all I'm saying. Forrest Lamp isn't even that great, but with offensive linemen being scarce and, this team being strugglesome at that position, we're going to give them the long-term deal. Perriman, we'll see. We apparently do have a lot of money. Once again, Phil Rivers is not going to retire. He'll stay in the team. And Melvin Ingram, I don't know. If he's going to stay, it's going to be a 1-year deal. Same with Sue. Same with Thomas. A lot of these guys are reaching the end of their careers, and honestly, we don't even know if they're going to stay around. All right, headed to the playoffs and another 11-5 season. This time, apparently, the Chiefs decided to go away. We are still here to stay. And if Phillip Rivers doesn't retire, I think he should actually go up in overall because that's probably an MVP season, right? 48 touchdowns, 9 picks, 4,800 yards, 120 passer rating. Melvin Gordon a little bit worse than before, but still really... That's the highest touchdowns by far that I have ever seen from an AI season. 21 touchdowns. 1171. Wow. That's really impressive, actually. I'm actually kind of shocked. Sack totals, as usual, pretty bad. Desmond King, maybe a superstar on the way. We'll see. And that's pretty much that. Let's take a look, though. Did Phillip win MVP? He did. Now, we're going to have to keep Phillip long term. And by doing that, we're going to have to lower his age just so he doesn't retire. But anyways, we're an 88 overall. We are going into our second playoff season. Ali Marpet goes up a few overalls. And, most of the offensive line goes up a little bit. Mike Williams, really not a single overall upgrade. Keenan seems to be a few up. Defensively, Jatavis maybe 1 or 2, and mostly 1 or 2. I don't know why Thomas Davis isn't starting. Not a bad season, especially for upgrading. So there's a chance that I will believe in us to win a bowl. Wow, okay, so 88 to 75. If we lose this, I don't know. I've made so many different, if this happens or that happens, we'll do this, that I can't even keep up with some of the ones I've said. I'm going to start using them creatively. I'm going to be like, if we lose this one, that's it. No more milk in my cereal. That's it. Just no more. But in fairness, that's actually not that weird. You guys ever eat dry cereal? It's actually kind of good. Like, you kind of eat it like a snack. Like, it's kind of like chips or something. It's actually pretty decent. But going on late, the Chargers, 7-0, 7-all. Chargers up by 3. Tied up because, overalls don't matter. It just signifies how much talent is on the roster. That's it. It's not that big of a deal. Here we are, tied up. Defense does its job, as it really should. 24 all, and we score 7. They drive down for 3, and wow, I'm so grateful. We won by 4 against a 75 overall team. Wow, I'm so impressed, honestly. It's just, I don't know what to say. I'm just so impressed. Like, what do you... How do we do it? How do we do it? Sue, 2.5. Gary Connolly with a pick. Greg Joseph, 2 for 3. Moving on to the next team. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? The Browns. Yay. If we win this one, I feel good. I feel good about winning a Super Bowl. 82 overall Browns team. Is Denzel Ward not superstar? I'm pretty sure it didn't show any ability. Or is it... No, I don't know. It looked like there was nothing on Denzel Ward. Oh, that's kind of weird. Patriots and the Texans. I would probably rather play the Patriots because I would assume... Nah, Brady probably doesn't retire. Because I remember that was one of the patch notes is that Brady doesn't retire for his year. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. 7-3. What else do we got? 10-3. 10-6. 10-9. 17-9. Okay, things are happening. Please, defense, keep it up because our offense is garbage. And we did just enough on offense, I think. Whew, that was actually really close. How did they not tie that? That actually looked like they were going to tie the game up. Phillip Rivers, incomplete. Very, bad, completion percentage. 2 touchdowns, 1 pick is all right. Rushing, not great. Defensively, what else do we have? Sack totals, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Nothing really wild. Thomas Davis, the interception machine. Our kicker missed a kick, which is just great stuff. Just nothing better than that. All right, to the championship game, which honestly we should see from the Chargers really soon in real life. And it's going to be against the Patriots. No, it's the Texans. I was wrong. I called it wrong. 88 to their 81. I think this is probably the better matchup for us, although Deshaun Watson's kind of glitchy in sim. Really, that class in general is, Mahomes, Watson, and Trubisky all do very well in sim. It can't just be random, right? It's the names, isn't it? I need to try to see if I can find some sort of confirmation on it, but it's got to be players that EA is predicting that's going to do well, right? Because Rodgers always does bad in sim in the playoffs. That's kind of where Rodgers... It's not like he struggles. It's just that they play better defenses, and we didn't have a defense. I'm going to say didn't because I think we're the real deal this year. Please, thank you. Looking good. And, he always does bad in the sim, and, that's kind of what he does in real life a little bit. Good stuff there. Guys like Trubisky, are they predicting he's going to do well? Because in a scheme where it seems to be short passing and running, why is he throwing for so many yards all the time? I don't, that's what I'm trying to figure out. So I think it's kind of like the EA guys trying to predict who's going to be good and then make it look like their game's so on top of it, so ahead of the curve. And I wonder if they update it mid-season or not. I don't know. It gives them credibility and it makes it more realistic, so I really wouldn't care. The Falcons. Okay, the Falcons at 12-4 apparently. 80 overall. I mean, there's no team that even compares to this Chargers team right now. And I'm just hoping Phillip doesn't retire because we're obviously going to do at least one more season. I really want to get a dynasty because that's really the main goal for the teams that don't need rebuilds. We have the Vikings coming up, the Rams. You can make a case for the Vikings, but the Rams, they just came off of a Super Bowl trip. I really can't say I feel super strongly about them right now, but I still think they are one of the superpowers. So, I don't know. I just aiming for Super Bowls when they already have the team. We obviously had a few pieces we needed to fill, offensive linemen mainly. But yeah, that's pretty much that. I had to choose a team like the Buccaneers for Ali Marpet. Oh no, stop, please, thank you. Because, it's got to be a team that doesn't see themselves winning anytime soon, and they need as much help as they can get. Now, I think the Buccaneers on paper look okay, but obviously on field is a completely different story for them. And what a clutch drive. Phillip Rivers is really impressing me here. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm not going to actually play, but I'm going to let the AI play it out. I just want to see what's going on. We'll use artillery. I'll play, but obviously artillery's not going to do much. Oh, that's my fault. I'm sucky. Like, what the hell is taking him so long to hike the damn ball? Now, we'll still use the D-line. I'll be true to my word. Inside, they do bring him down, but they have 2 timeouts. 1 more now. Yeah, this is going to be a fail. No, I don't want to be Bosa. I want to be someone bad. There we go, Irvin. Irvin's even worse. And they just let Julio walk in. This isn't good. This isn't good. 8 seconds left. You really need to get... A potential squib would be huge. Imagine they block. We actually block. This would be sick. Oh, no way. There's no way. We got to return this. There's no way. I am the clutchest player of all time. In real life, these are the reasons why I wouldn't... Oh, my God. Oh, my God. It's on All-Pro. I'll be completely honest. That is the craziest play in Super Bowl history, hands down. There's no arguing it. That is why you do not kick the extra point. I don't know if they would in real life, but I sure as hell wouldn't. I would literally bring my what is it called? My quarterback out and spike the damn ball. Like, what's the reason to go up 3 with 8 seconds left? Like, it's just too much risk. But I'm not sure why the tips are on. And we win a Super Bowl 48-42. Phillip Rivers is a god. I honestly think in real life Phillip Rivers would actually retire. I think 1 ring and Phillip would be done. I don't know. It's something about Phillip. He's just under the radar kind of guy. He's a get in there, do the work, and get out. He just wants to retire with 1 ring at least. And that's what he gets here. Chargers win. And sorry, Matt Ryan, but we had to block that extra point. I'm sorry. We had to do it. I don't know how that happened. Sometimes I'm just so freaking lucky, and then sometimes I'm the unluckiest person to ever exist. You guys see how many times we try to block kicks and whatnot over the last few Maddens and these rebuilds and whatnot. It's just insane. I can't tell you anything else about it. Yeah, why did we return? We could have actually, with that Henry throw, might have actually had a chance to chuck one up. Obviously, it didn't matter. Team won, and yeah, I wish these highlights would go away so we can actually see the ceremony. It's kind of the whole point of this thing. Phillip Rivers is your MVP. 86% completion, 394 or 98 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 pick. Absolutely ridiculous game. MVP, not going to retire, hopefully. I'm actually going to boost his ratings, I think. I think we're going to make him a 93 overall. Let me know what you guys think of that. I don't really care, honestly. It has nothing to do with, for me, with wanting us to do better or having better players. It's literally about doing the realistic thing without taking all damn day. Like, there's just certain things. Like, if you're going to be, quote-unquote, dumb enough to comment, are you going to do it for all the other players? What the hell, alien head much? Jesus, Phillip. If you're going to be dumb enough to comment that stuff, like, what's even the point? Like, obviously, I'm not going to adjust every single player that does good or bad. You know, I don't have that kind of time. It would be literally probably 5 hours to go through all the stats, take a look at the history and this and that for like per rebuild. You know, like 3 to 4 seasons, I'd have to look at every single player across the league. Come on now. Don't be dumb. If you're trying to be sarcastic, just say don't do it. There's no reason to be dumb about it, you know? It is what it is. I really don't care. It's only the very rare select few who might not even be fans of the channel. They might just come around, your rebuilds suck, man. But yeah, we win a Super Bowl there, and hopefully Philip doesn't retire. You know, we dropped his age for a reason. We'll drop his age, and then we'll bring it back up to 28. 28. What was it? 39, I believe, is his age in real life. At one point, we're not even going to be able to do this. It's going to be to 40, and that's going to be the max. I'm not sure why they don't let you go higher. You know, there's a couple of players in the league right now that are older than that, you know. And by couple, I mean literally 2. There's 2. It's Brady and Vinatieri. I don't think there's anyone older or in the 40s, if I'm not mistaken. Philip Rivers is apparently a really low overall, but once again, we've been over this. It really doesn't matter because obviously Philip Rivers, he's still asking for a lot of money. And it doesn't matter how much we offer. He's wanting to go to free agency. He's still going to get the 1-year deal, $34 million. Melvin is really not performing up to the question there. Unfortunately, we do have to get Travis Benjamin back if we can because there's just no doubt about it. There was no chance. Like, there's just some guys you just know they're not going to take it. Unless I would have offered him like $10 million. Wasn't going to take it. I'm going to try to get him back if I can. Badgley, I'm not really feeling it. Not feeling it. So we're going to have to replace those guys in free agency if we can. If not, we do have the draft. I know we lost a first and a third, but we still have 2/3 and a second because of the trade downs. So there's still capital, just not as much. So maybe you guys are smarter than I am. Maybe you notice things before I do. But maybe look at the TV screen. I did not approve of these things. However, apparently we're the Bulls. Are you for real? Just ignore that. I don't know why they relocated. Well, not even relocated. I don't know why they completely changed their team name. Yeah, I don't, like, maybe I'm wrong. But, like, when would a team that's already established ever completely change their identity so much that they change the logo completely and then they even change the name of the team? Like, at that point, they should just not be in the NFL anymore, right? Of course, Thomas Davis does require. He retires. I think we're going to actually trade Nwosu off and maybe try to draft an outside linebacker. He's more of a pass rusher than anything. Do we maybe... Oh, we did lose Melvin. I forgot about that. I don't even know how much money we have, but let's take a look. I think we actually have a ton of money, if I'm not mistaken. So the positions of need would be maybe a center, maybe a tackle for Balaga when he retires, but he looks good right now. Did I upgrade Phillip? I did not. I had to fix Phillip. We're going to make him like a 92 overall. And then defensively, linebacker, potentially 2 coverage linebackers. And that's kind of it. Obviously, we're looking for DT, but Irvin, he's okay. Tillery's young. We need a pass rusher, the main focus. But if not, we have Nwosu. So it's, this team's actually pretty set overall. And we do have enough money if we really need to sign someone here, which I don't know if we're going to be able to find an actual player suited for the job. I don't really want to keep doing the same moves. Like Tank McKinley, I don't want to do. He's not even that good for us anyway. Zach Cunningham, I'd rather have a different linebacker. We almost never get Alex, but we're going to try. We're going to see. Maybe he's really caring about, how much was it? A 4-year 32? That's probably pretty fair for us. So, I mean, I'll allow that to happen. Put in Nwosu at right end. Maybe re-sign him. I don't know. We'll see. Jason Verrett could return. I don't know. I'm not really seeing any things that we could do to make our team that much better here. We actually did get Alex Anzalone. I'll take it. He's going to play our left outside. We'll play him at our right outside linebacker spot. And then obviously we'll be looking to draft a guy. Of course, we do have Zach Brown. So, worst comes to worst, he could still play there. Same with Nwosu. We're going to look for a pass rusher, though, just so we can stay cheaper if we can. Nwosu's going to want a lot of money. But you never know. He might just be really freaking good at right end. Because once again, his ratings are actually pretty damn good. 89 finesse, 75 block shed. He's pretty fast. I never really used him in the Chargers League because I kind of never looked and just assumed he was a coverage linebacker when he's not in the slightest. He's really just a blitzing, run-stopping style linebacker. All right, here we go. Start of the draft. We have a couple of picks. There's a wide receiver I kind of want, but obviously we're not going to trade up. We're just going to take best available each pick. Obviously, if we can fill a need that we have, we'll do that as well. We have a wide receiver here who looks by far the best available. Mid-first talent. He's 6'3", 22 years old. Looks really fast. Honestly, one of the best prospects at wide receiver I've ever seen, let alone a third-rounder. And then outside of that, for second to third-round talent, I'm not really seeing it. Meredith, I look at as a linebacker. You know, he's 6'4", 223. We've done it before. It actually worked out for us. So I think easily the number one pick for us is Amari Bola. What's his name? Ebola? I don't even know. He got the arms up. 6'3", 204, 22 years old. Hidden development traits. And he looks very insane. Wow. Jumping is pretty bad, to be honest, but he's super fast. He's a 74 overall. He obviously has star or better, so he's automatically going to be at least number 3. I think this team's wide receiver core is looking pretty set at this point. Hal Worth, I like his skills, but that's pretty much it. It's just the potential that I like. Matt Cleveland, he looks a little rough on the potential, but he is very fast. So we may be able to get all of the guys available here. Hal Worth, though, is he worth the pick? Some people are like, is it worth me keeping myself subscribed to you? Probably not. So we're going to trade down. Quarterback is a need, but it's not the biggest need. So pick 16 in the 4th round. If our quarterback is there, we will take him and hope for the freaking best. Really, they're all gone. Am I going to have to really reach it? I'm going to just take this Meredith guy now. 71 hidden. I mean, he really wasn't even that good to take him, but there's just something about his size. I just wanted him. Take a quick look at the draft recap. So we ended up taking a random center, and it obviously did not work out at all. So Bola, Ebola looking pretty good. The uniforms, I don't like it, man. I really don't. Superstar X Factor. I think we might have to stop cheating now, because now I want to start him at number 1. Let me know. Do you guys think we should stop cheating and stop looking at like the developments? Because like we were obviously going to start him at slot, but now I almost feel like he should start. Actually, who is our number 2 wide receiver? I honestly have no idea. What about Meredith? He is star. I mean, I didn't really expect much out of him. I didn't expect that out of the other guy, though, in fairness, so who knows what to expect anymore. And I don't think we had a single guy with better. Henry Knight was an okay. Oh, wait. Did we? I don't remember. I know I had him on my block, but we actually drafted him? All right. Okay, maybe I accidentally simmed past our pick. He's got decent potentials, and he's hidden. I swear if this is a superstar or an X Factor. Okay, fair enough. I mean, he was still good. I would have liked to have him, but star development, that's fine. That's fine. It's, big shocker there. It's all right. But yeah, that's pretty much that. Let's, fix the team, see if there's anything we can do to make a trade to make the team even better. Obviously, coming off of a Super Bowl win, we want to keep that mentality alive. I'm not sure why we changed the team name and all that again, but, it is what it is. Oh, yeah, Mike Williams, duh. Bola, he'll just play number 3, I guess. It's fine. All right, so this is the offense going into the final season. We have an offensive line that looks much better than the real-life Chargers. We have a really good wide receiver core. Of course, the only new guy is Bola, but with that superstar X Factor, if he has a decent season, he could go up tremendously. Melvin Gordon still playing at an elite level. Phillip Rivers up to a 93 overall because he was an MVP, so there's no point in him regressing. Linebacker core, Anzalone looks a lot better. Pass rush, and Nwosu, much faster than Melvin. We'll see how much talent he can put out there, because Melvin really wasn't great for us the last few seasons anyways. And then, DBs, one of the better cores in the league. Casey Hayward is aging, but we have Trevor to replace that. So really in the draft, you'd be looking to get a brand new corner, a brand new linebacker, and then, the rest you just kind of hope you can find a decent QB one of these years. I thought we had a guy the last few years, and this one we definitely would have, but unfortunately went around early, which, it's just the way it goes. All right, so we have some re-signings. I had no idea Derwin was looking for that big of a deal. That's crazy. I mean, he's going to get it because he's like the most OP player in the game, but that's a unique contract, isn't it? Like, there's no contract like that in the game, is there? Like a 7-year, almost $100 million deal. Obviously, we're paying him $100 because it's not going to take that. Interesting. In Wosu, this is going to be it's going to be decided by how well he plays. Obviously, this number could just skyrocket if he does well. So it's a bit of a risk we're playing, but at the same time, it would be an even bigger risk to not have him on the edge starting at all and then just pay him that kind of money. So we're going to wait on that. Casey Hayward very well could retire. Same with Phillip. And that's pretty much that. I mean, we've obviously got to get Derwin and Mike, but I think we're well on our way to keeping this team good, keeping it somewhat young, and looking good. Headed to the playoffs, and I think it's looking pretty good from my point of view. And we were 10-2, which fair enough. 12-4 is nice. Somehow it wasn't good enough to get a bye week, though. Oh, you gotta be kidding me with the Colts, man. We gotta fix them. We gotta fix them. I don't know if I actually showed you guys a single time we didn't cheat. I just figured you guys would assume that obviously the Chargers are a very good team, only missing a few things. Few things that could be huge. Obviously, a bad offensive line can literally derail an entire team. Bola, it's all right. It's not terrible, but it can obviously derail a really good team. But obviously, not a problem here. We completely fixed that offensive line, and these are the reasons why we didn't re-sign him. Wosu, 4.5 yards per sack. Sacks, 6 sacks for Joey. Irvin was actually pretty damn good. Kicking, Goshkowski, I don't remember even going for him. Did we let our kicker go? And we just forgot to re-sign one. I don't even know. We're now at 91 overall. Let's take a look at some of the guys that were youngsters, see where they're looking like. 82 for Bola. What kind of abilities did he get? He got double me, post flag elite, and then post specialist. Huh. Well, that kind of sucks. Aren't those two like the same thing, but like post flag elite looks better? Well, that's kind of useless. Meredith, he actually had a lot of upgrades, so I moved him in as the starter, and then he was already sub linebacker and on the practice squad. And for some reason, he was actually upgrading at a very good pace. So I was like, you know what? We're just gonna put him in the starting spot, and there he is. Looking at him, Wosu upgraded too. Bola was obviously really good. Seems like they didn't really get a whole lot of XP outside of the first 10 games, though. I don't know if one of them hit some sort of goal or what's the story, but yeah, I mean, Meredith got to 676 overall by week 10 and then just no upgrades for the rest of the year. I'm not really sure what to say about that, but the Brooklyn Bulls versus the Kansas City Chiefs, that is a pretty big overall difference, if you guys would agree or not. 14 points, so if we lose, EA's going to have another fight on their hands, man. They're really picking up a lot of fights versus us. Phillip Rivers didn't even have that great of a season, so this could be the very last chance with a Super Bowl for Phillip. Obviously, he already has one, but who doesn't want to ride off with 2 total rings on their career? Looking looking kind of at this point. Defense is doing a really good job. It's just offense is doing nothing as per usual. Start of the second half, it's going to be a 16-6 game. Apparently a 14 overall less team is just going to absolutely smoke us. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to leave the game. I'm sorry, Chiefs fans. I'm sorry, people that want it. I just can't do it. I'm going to sim, and if we lose that way, I don't care. I just want a chance at a Super Bowl, and apparently they're not going to give it to us. It's basically like saying the Dolphins right now are going to beat the Patriots by 20-plus points this year. It's just not going to happen. If it happens, we can all come back to this video and say how dumb and wrong I was. We didn't win. Let's see the Browns versus the Packers. Who's going to win it? And okay, the Packers won. I was about to say shocking that the Packers lose, but no, it's not the case. Phillip is still here. All right, Phillip, good job still being alive. Let's take a look at what game they lost. Did they actually lose the one that we were supposed to? No, they didn't. They won by 6 and then lost by by 5 to a really good Colts team. So it is what it is. It wasn't meant to be. No repeat for the Chargers, or the Brooklyn Bulls, I should say. What a weird one. But that's pretty much going to be the rebuild. We got them to the playoffs, obviously all 3 years. Won the Super Bowl. Should have been even more successful. We made some moves on this team. We drafted a superstar X Factor wide receiver late second. The center ended up being good. The left tackle was obviously great, just bad development. And then you look at the defensive side of the ball. We obviously added Anzalone, left outside linebacker Meredith. Stardev looks very good. And then Irvin looks pretty decent at DT. He was actually the best sacker on the team. So didn't change out the... Oh, yeah, I forgot about Ali Marpet. Ali Marpet was big. So was Bulaga. Really, those were the biggest moves for this franchise, is these guys right there. We also have this Haynes guy. We drafted him like really late, out of nowhere. He had star development, and he's a 70 overall now. Still not great, but obviously with how young he is, he's got lots of potential. So I really like the fact that EA did put those kind of players in the draft for us to take. It actually makes the draft so much more fun, so that's pretty cool. If you guys have any suggestions for a series in the future, or just rebuild, you're like, you know what, do a all-speed draft, or all players that are under, in like 25 years old, I don't know, something, let me know in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Let me know what team you want to see next. I think we may do the Rams next or something like that. We'll see. Anyways, hopefully you come back for next video, but until next video, see ya!